Welcome to the Don't Get Pulled Show with Bigger and Ace. College football week 7. Let's go, Ace.
All right, boys and girls. College football week 7 is here. Halfway through the season, Big Ree. Cannot believe it. We're already at week 7. Going to be another juicy weekend. Cannot wait. Coming off a juicy week 6. A really fun weekend of games. But before we get into the episode, Big Ree, make sure to like, subscribe to the channel. Welcome to everybody that's new to the channel. And comment below. We love the comments. We love reading everything that everybody's following along on the show. And join the membership to support the channel.
And get your merch. It's right below. I just ordered my mug again. You know, winter's coming up. It's already cold in the East Coast.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Got to have your DGF mug. Yeah, that cup of Joe Big Ree tastes better in the DGF mug. It just does. I don't know what it is, but when I'm sipping that cup of Joe on Saturday morning in the DGF mug, there's just something about it that that cup of it just smells better. It tastes better. So get your DGF mug. Get your hoodies. Like you said, winter is coming. Get those hoodies. Bundle up. Christmas is around the corner. Take care of the whole family.
Nothing. It's all right there. Your gifts.
That's it.
You ain't gotta go to Costco.
Yeah. So get your merch and support the channel. Let's get into a recap, Big Ree, of last week, and we're gonna start off. Friday night had two really good games to watch. We had Oregon 31-10 versus Michigan State. This game, I got something to talk about, Big Ree.
All right, let's go.
And just so everybody knows, we were in Vegas the entire weekend. We will get into that in the BS segment of the show. But Oregon is up 31-7, okay? The spread on this game was 23.5, okay? So 23.5, the spread closed at Oregon. If they're up 31-7, Big Ree, are they covering?
Yes.
Okay, so they're up by 24. They're covering. Michigan State has the ball with about 1 minute and 30 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Okay, it is fourth. They're on the Oregon 15-yard line. Okay, they're on the Oregon 15-yard line. 15 yards is a good touchdown. 3rd and 8. Okay, they don't get the first down. So now it's 4th and 8. With 1 minute and 30 seconds left, you're down 31-7. Why do you line up and kick a field goal?
Vegas.
To make it 31-10.
Vegas. And
then what's that number?
21 now.
Yeah, and now they cover.
Everyone took Oregon.
It's unbelievable.
Probably 90%. I think 90% of the bets were on Oregon.
And you had Oregon first half.
Yeah, I made
made it clear. Take Oregon minus 14 first half. That hit. It was a close one, but it hit in the first half. But what the hell is that all about?
It's rigged. I mean,
it makes no sense.
Vegas comes calling you. You got to kick the field goal.
It makes absolutely no sense, Big Ree. Like, I'm not a conspiracy theory kind of guy, but come on. I mean, it makes absolutely no sense. Why are you kicking a field goal? Oh, we want to give our kicker practice? I mean, what the hell is going on?
That's BS. That's all.
That's not what he said, but I'm just trying to figure out, what's the reasoning here? And then, so we're watching this game at the Sportsbook at the Venetian, right? Me and Javi Javi and AYB are watching the game, and Javi says, no, they're gonna kick. If they're kicking the field goal, they're gonna onside kick it. They don't even onside kick it. They just kick it in the end zone. That's it. It makes absolutely no sense. It doesn't make any sense. I'm just completely confused, Big Ree. So anyhow, that was an interesting one. Then Syracuse pulled off that was a fun game.
That was a really good game. I watched this one. I had Syracuse.
You had Syracuse,
plus
okay.
7.
Plus, that was an easy one. I know you mentioned that too. You were texting me Syracuse plus 7 and easy one. Syracuse 44-41 in overtime. This game was actually in Allegiant Stadium.
Yeah, it was.
So there was a lot of Syracuse fans and people there. We actually ran into the old Syracuse basketball coach, Jim Boeheim.
He seems like a really nice guy.
Yeah, 79 years old. He's walking around the Wynn, so we ran into him there. Obviously, he's probably in town for this game.
Yeah.
But that was a great game, and UNLV played well. They were down 14-0 early on, and then they played well. But
they blew this one big time.
For sure. But it was a great game to watch. Let's get into the Saturday games. The biggest upset of the year, this maybe of a long time. Number 1 team overall in the country goes down to an unranked Vanderbilt team. Alabama loses 40-35. What a game!
That was just crazy. I mean, you did tell me Vanderbilt plus 23, but I don't think anyone saw Vanderbilt winning.
Yeah, absolutely not. I mean, I like Vanderbilt plus 23, one of the easiest ones of the weekend outside of Arkansas. One of the easiest ones, but I could not predict this one as an upset. I didn't predict that, but honestly, Vanderbilt was dominating them the whole time.
Exactly.
This was never in doubt.
Yeah, and Alabama had no shot. Every time they scored, Vanderbilt came back and scored.
It's pretty crazy. I mean, I told you, look, Vanderbilt, this is their biggest game in program history. They're very competitive. I just didn't see any chance that Alabama was going to beat them by 23, but dude, unbelievable. And Alabama drops out as they should, and everybody got excited that they won against Georgia.
Yeah.
And then, okay, 23 points. I knew this was a joke. That's where you can. Sometimes there's some of these games, Big Ree, that you can just read so easily.
Yeah, for sure.
So easily. And, makes me want to just start the membership back up and have the second tier and just start putting out the bonus picks, man, because there's just so many games. And sometimes there's games where, hey, maybe it's an inline game or it's something that's happening that day and we can put out a pick, but we got to figure out how to, instead of having to just do a video, we can put out just a tweet or something. I don't know. We'll have to figure that out, but that was an easy one. Ohio State beat Iowa 35-7. Nothing to talk about. Arkansas upsets number 4 Tennessee 19-14. My lock of the week, boys and girls. And I hope, and I look back at the video and I did not say sprinkle anything on the money line, but trust me, there was a lot of sprinkles on that cupcake this weekend. I'll tell you that, Big Ree. And I know Harry B knows what I'm talking about. Harry B, shout out. He was very happy with me going over this before the game about how I think Tennessee is going to lose this game. And so Arkansas, my boy Jaquindon Jackson, Arkansas came through. I was not getting fooled by Tennessee, Big Ree. That was it. And Arkansas played well the whole time. And they ended up winning this game. Did you watch this one?
Yeah, I watched this one because I took Arkansas too. It was your lock. I was like, I'm gonna take this. And it was cruise control the whole way. Plus 14.5, easy.
Very, very cruise control. Georgia 31-13 versus Auburn. Nothing to talk about. Penn State 27-11. Nothing really to talk about against UCLA.
I had that. I mean, I think UCLA was just right there, and Penn State was just whatever. They're like, okay, we got this game.
Yeah, I think Penn State just starts. They don't play great against these crappy teams. They're just not covering.
Yeah.
And UCLA. But here's another thing. UCLA put in a new quarterback this game.
Yeah.
That was one of the big deals right there. He played well. Here's a huge game. One of the easiest ones of the weekend, Miami versus Cal. Miami won 39-38. Cal was plus 10.5. One of the easiest games of the week, Big Ree.
Yeah, for sure. I watched this one, and Cal should have won straight up. They didn't call that targeting call, which was such BS. They wanted Miami to win.
Absolutely. I mean, they got outscored 21-3 in the fourth, and still only lost by 1. I mean, they should have won this game easily. This was a night game. Saturday night game in Pacific time for an East Coast team.
Yeah.
And so you just knew this was going to be a funny game. I'm not buying Miami, and so, but yeah, congrats to Miami. They won, but yeah, Cal should have won this game.
Yeah.
Texas A&M. This might have been one of the biggest surprises. Texas A&M 41-10 over Missouri. This was my pick. I took Missouri plus 3.5. No excuses here. I mean, look, Missouri played like crap, but I did not expect that Texas A&M QB returned here. Wegman returned. They didn't play Marcel Reed, and that was a big deal. But honestly, having the Wegman was a huge deal, but how Missouri looked, they were going to lose anyways. They looked like complete crap here.
Yeah, for sure.
Their offense looked horrible.
For sure.
Horrible. I got fooled there. But, Texas A&M, after starting 0-1 to Notre Dame, they've ran it off.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Looking pretty good. Another easy one of the weekend. Washington over Michigan, 27-17. I had this in the teaser, but this was an easy one. I mean, Washington unranked at home, coming off a loss, favored versus Michigan.
Yeah.
It was just another Vegas special, Big Ree. This was a classic Vegas special, but yeah, Washington won. Michigan's done. Michigan is done.
Not this season, pretty much the next couple seasons.
Yeah, I agree. USC, our Trojans upsetted by Minnesota. What the hell happened here, Big Ree?
I mean, there's a lot here. I mean, they had this game. Minnesota was pretty much giving them this game to win. Maybe not covered. It closed at 9.5. I keep an eye on the spread all the way till kickoff, and
it bumped up. Yep.
Yeah. So I don't know. I guess the public went high, and then Minnesota just came out and played. They played better all around.
14 points in the fourth quarter to win this game. I mean, this is ridiculous. USC, this should have been a walk-in for them. They blew this game. Ole Miss comeback win versus South Carolina, 27-3. Clemson beat Florida State. Nothing to talk about. Iowa. Boise State put up 62, beat Utah State.
Well, I just wanted to talk about your boy. He's the favorite for the Heisman running back.
He is?
Yeah.
Gentry?
Yeah, he has like some crazy stats right now.
He's on fire.
He was like minus 4,000 to score a touchdown.
Wow. And he
like minus 2,000, some crazy stat.
Yeah.
Like,
holy crap. Boise State, I mean, look, they're looking good, 4-1. But yeah, that guy's on fire. I think he's had plus 100 yards every single game.
Yeah.
SMU's looking good.
Yeah,
they won against Louisville. 5-1. That was good. And then Indiana 41-24 over Northwestern. That kind of rounds out the weekend. But I mean, Vanderbilt upset Tennessee, and Arkansas upsetting Tennessee. 2 of the top 5 teams go down. And honestly, Miami should have lost.
100% they should have lost.
So, that's an easy, but 3 of the top 10 teams lose. 4 of the top 10 teams lose. Missouri, Michigan, Tennessee, and Alabama go down.
Yeah.
So wild weekend in college football. That's going to lead us, Big Ree, into the trivia, $100 trivia of the week, Big Ree.
I'm on a 3-game losing streak.
You are on a 3-game losing streak. You started off 3-0. You're on a 3-0, 0-3 streak, Big Ree. And I think this has become one of the hits. The $100 trivia has come one of the hits, so everybody knows, and we'll get into this. We were in Vegas the entire weekend. We had the meetup at the Venetian on Saturday. We'll get into that shortly in the BS. But one of the DGF families that came to the meetup, shout out to James from Las Vegas, Nevada. He actually lives in Las Vegas. He was one of the guys that came to the meetup, and so he actually threw out this trivia for me. He gave us the trivia of the week for this week, Big Ree. Okay. And so shout out to James. And here is the trivia of the week for you, Big Ree. This week, after week 6, there is 2 teams that are currently bowl eligible right now. There are 2 teams that are bowl eligible in the top 25. Javi, let's get the 45 seconds on the clock, Big Ree. And you're going to have to be able to name the top 2 teams, or 2 teams that are bowl eligible as of week 6. Are we ready, Javi? We got the timer. Let's go. 45 seconds on the clock.
Texas, Georgia?
Nope.
Alabama, Mississippi, USC?
Nope. You got 0 right now, Big Ree. You got 0. You got 0, Big Ree.
Missouri?
32 seconds.
Penn State?
Nope.
LSU?
Nope. Come on, Big Ree.
Georgia's got it.
Bowl eligible. Bowl eligible
Oklahoma.
means you have 6 wins. You have to have 6 wins to be bowl eligible. Come on, Big Ree. Come on, you got
Texas A&M?
15 seconds. Nope. Come on, Big Ree.
Michigan State, Oregon?
Nope. 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Come on, Big Ree. Come on. Come on. Get at least 1. No. Come on. Come on.
Done. The clock's off.
You're done. Number 1 team that's bowl eligible is Indiana.
Okay, I wasn't going to get that.
And number 2, Miami. Both 6-0.
Miami, I should have gotten Miami.
Yeah. And we talked about both of these games. I was like, oh, man. I was careful not to say they're 6-0. But, okay, so you're on a 4-game
losing streak.
I'm going to give you a second chance here, Big Ree. I'm going to give you a second chance on the trivia, okay?
Okay.
This time it's not going to be $100 though. We're going to lower it down to 50, okay? There is and Javi, you're going to put the clock on. We're going to give you we're just going to give you this is a one-shotter. You just got one shot. There's only one team in the top 25 right now that has 2 losses. You got one shot, so think about it before you give us a response. You only got one shot. It's a second chance trivia.
All right. USC.
Nope. USC is unranked. Michigan's the only team in the top 25.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna get that. They should go unranked.
Yeah,
they should be unranked.
USC. I mean, USC's got what, 2 losses already, 3-2. They dropped out. You lose to unranked Minnesota. You're not.
Michigan shouldn't be ranked.
Yeah, Michigan. I think they're 25. I want to say, but that goes. Now let's get to the BS segment of the show. Big Ree, what a weekend!
Yeah.
What a weekend in Las Vegas from Thursday to Monday. The trip started off, Big Ree. We're going to just get right into this. Trip started off with me and Javi driving up here. You actually didn't show up. You backed out at the last minute to the trip. A lot of the meet and greet people were very upset and very disappointed that you didn't show. They gave their regards to you. Where's Big Ree? Where's Big Ree? You didn't show up. One of the persons actually had a gift for you. Shout out to James. He had a gift for you over there, Big Ree, but you didn't show up.
Yeah.
He actually brought a gift to the meetup for you. You were not there, but so we started off, me and Javi drove out on Thursday to Vegas, filled up the tank, got on the road roughly, I think, what time were we on the road? About like 10, Javi?
10:30.
About 10. Smooth drive up the 210 all the way to the 15 north. And, first stop was the outlets at Barstow, and we, had a little bathroom break, checked out some of the outlets. Nike outlet.
Is it hit or miss?
Yeah, it was okay. It was okay. Came out with some Nike Dunks.
Okay, so it's a hit.
It was a hit. Picked up some Nikes Dunks for $20.
Okay, it's a hit then.
So that was a solid pickup. $20 literally.
Yeah, for sure.
They were already on the clearance rack, and they had some deal to like some discounted clearance, take an extra, I think 30% off the clearance rack.
Yeah.
Then the lady's like, oh, you sign up your email, you get another 15% off. So ended up $20 for some Dunks. Trip started off great.
Yeah.
Then obviously the annual stop,
Pink
Box Donuts in Prim, got picked up the Big Samoa donut at Pink Box. That was great. That's my favorite. But I always get 2 donuts.
Yeah.
I always get 2 donuts. I got the OG donut as well.
Yeah.
Javi always gets some fancy donuts. It's got the little bottle of milk right there, and so far so good. Made it to Vegas, smooth 4.5, 4:45. Everything was good. Checked into the Venetian. They gave us the red carpet treatment. We got into the VIP line. Didn't have to wait at that time. Everything was good. First, they were trying to, give us some issues that the room's not going to be ready. And I'm like, dude, come on, stop this. Like, hey, stop this. Okay, we'll put you in another tower, and we get you right away. I was like, hey, listen. I've been coming to the Venetian for a long time. Venetian tower only. And I don't want to wait for a couple hours to check in. Like, come on. Like, you guys, look, we're on the VIP line. You know our status. Like, come on. Let's just get us in. And then he's like, okay, let me see what I can do. And he hooked us up. He took care of us.
Yeah.
We got in, got checked in. Everything was good. Then me and Javi, actually a spot that we found out, actually somebody told us about this spot years ago, and now it's almost like a tradition that we go there as a warm-up meal on when we arrive on day one. So when we arrive, always in the afternoon, after checking in and kind of getting our stuff settled in the place, probably usually around 5:30. And think about it, when we leave at 10, so we're basically between 10 a.m. and 5, we're basically just eating some donuts and snacking on the way there. So we had to get some food. So our warm-up meal is some place called U.S. Fried Chicken, okay? We get the fried chicken. The fried chicken's solid, but their subs are fire, Big Ree. They got, I think, 2 or 3 locations. Their chicken and steak subs are fire. Absolute fire, Big Ree. The steak is the spicy one, Javi. So you got to tell them, hey, tone that down a little bit because that thing will tear you up. But so that was solid on Friday. That was on Thursday night. Then we went to check out the Orleans. The Orleans is always a good vibe over there. And so overall, Friday night went well.
Yeah.
Thursday night.
Thursday night.
Then Friday morning, where do you think we went for breakfast on Friday morning, Big
Egg
Lee?
and I, of course.
Of course. Hit up Egg and I. Never disappoints. And just FYI, I got the skillet. I got the skillet. I think it's the green chili skillet. I don't know what Javi got, but he got some big old omelet. They bring out the muffins. They were warm, just so you know. I know you were unhappy last time. They got the cup of joe. The breakfast was great, Big Ree. Cannot complain. Breakfast was great. So everything worked out, was good. Then on Friday afternoon, AYB rolls in.
Wow.
Shout out to Adam. Adam rolls out, comes through. AYB's in the house. And so we're like, okay. So now it's 4 of us there, okay? And we're expecting maybe like 4, maybe 5 people to potentially come out. We ended up, where do we end up then? Where do we go to eat on Friday night for dinner? Javi, where do we go on dinner on Friday night? I'm trying to think, where do we go? Okay, got it. I'm trying to think, where do we go? I'm missing out on Friday. Hold up. Let me think about it. I don't want you to spell it out for me. Was AYB with us? No. That's right. AYB came in late. That's right. In the Venetian went to Noodle Asia. That's right. In the Venetian. That place is fire. I got the udon shrimp noodles. Fire. If you go to the Venetian, Noodle Asia is like it's solid. It's not like the best spot. It's solid, but their shrimp udon noodles, fire. So we had the noodles. Then that's when we were right afterwards. Walked over, watched the Oregon game, Big Ree. And then obviously, so Friday night, then we went over to the Wynn, hung out at the Wynn. That was great. So shout out to the Wynn. Wynn is just a good option overall. Everyone's like, Ace, what are you talking about, man? Like, we're here already Friday night. There's no fireworks. Hold up, boys. The trip is just getting better and better. This is probably the best Vegas trip in a long, long time. So then Saturday comes around. We go. Saturday morning, we're getting pumped. That's when everything's starting. College football is starting. NFL's on Sunday. We're pumped. We all go out to check out Siegel's Bagel Mania.
So how was that? That's it.
Fire. Okay,
Great.
It's a huge spot. The place is huge. Indoor seating, outdoor seating, sit-down seating, to-go seating, all sorts of stuff. They got a huge display, all sorts of bagels. Bagels galore, okay? Whatever you want, any type of bagel they got. They got a pink box donut in the Bagel Mania. Okay. So you can get your pink box donuts. You got your bagels. They got all these pastries and cakes. They got all these sandwiches, bagel sandwiches, lox sandwiches, all sorts of good stuff. The place is, look, if I had to honestly rate the food, 7 to 8. So the food is solid, but the experience gives it a 10. Like, it's just something you have to check out.
Yeah.
And then we're like, everything is valet parking, so we parked over there. The we're like, oh, hey, you gonna charge us for the party? Like, no, just take care of us. So we just work on tips. So we tipped the guy, but that was great. So you haven't been there, Big Ree, right?
No, I haven't been there.
Highly recommend if you balls up next time and roll with us. There'll probably be at least another trip in the year. You got to roll. Can we get a commitment right now?
I don't like to commit to things.
Come on, Big Ree. You were the only person, I'm going to get into this, did not show up to this trip. You were the only person that did not show up. And Harry B even showed up. Okay.
Yeah, that's impressive.
Harry B showed up, and he even made it that we should write it into the contract that you should have an obligation to show up to the meetups. Like, how can it be the Big Ree and A show and you don't show up? You're half of the show and you're not showing up to the meetups. People were disappointed, Big Ree. I mean, look, I don't hate to admit this. People are more looking forward to meeting you than meeting me. That's just the reality.
That's
the reality.
That's cap.
Ask Javi. Ask Javi.
That's cap.
100%. Javi's giving us a thumbs up. 100%, Big Ree.
That's cap.
And so we gotta write this in. Like, hey, look, obligation-wise, you gotta start showing up. You're not paying. You can jump. You don't need the ride there. We'll take care of the ride. Hotel's always paid for. Most of the meals are paid for. You just gotta show up, Big Ree. So you got to show up, man. Harry B was very, very adamant that, hey, you got to write this into the contract that Big Ree's got to show up. But anyhow, so Bagel Mania, we get back to the Sportsbook. We're watching the games. The meetup comes up at 4:30, okay? We actually are meeting up at the Black Tap that's right behind the Sportsbook.
Yeah, I know
we got a full look at the Sportsbook, ordered a bunch of food and drinks. We got 2 tables right there. Everything was great. Okay, next thing you know, out of nowhere, the boys start just rolling in, okay? I'm talking about the meetup people start showing up for the meet and greet. People start, trickling into the meetup. Then we got Javi already there, AYB already over there. The other boys are there. Then out of nowhere, shout out to Danny. Danny rolls through, okay? Shot out of nowhere. Did not expect DK to come through the last guy. I'm here chopping it up, and I turn, and on the side I see Danny out of nowhere chair. Unbelievable, huge surprise. I was like, what the hell? This guy came. DK shows up, okay? Then out of nowhere, Harry B shows up. Harry B, backpack and all. What the hell? Rocking the DGF shirt, Harry B is coming, shows up. Z-Ball from the Z-Ball podcast comes up and shows up. I'm like, wait, what the hell? These are all the boys who are coming in. Nobody's made it known that they're coming in, okay? I'm like, what? Zeus comes out of nowhere. Bruce comes out of nowhere, okay? Out of nowhere. What is going on? Mason shows up. Aaron shows up. I mean, it's unbelievable. The whole freaking crew shows up, Big Ree. Everybody is here. I'm looking around. Big Ree's about to come in. Big Ree's about to walk in. Even James is like, hey, Big Ree, where's Big Ree? Everybody thinks Big Ree's about to make an appearance here. No Big Ree. Dude, were you even considering it?
Maybe.
It was very disappointing, Big Ree. Everybody, I mean, this is honestly a throwback to 15 years ago that we had the entire crew there. You were the only one missing, Big Ree. It was unbelievable. And, then we ended up watching all the games. Everybody, every single person in the group, Arkansas, Harry B went huge on the money line. Huge on Arkansas money line. And he's like, you were telling me last week, you explained to me why you think they're going to even win, and Harry B was the big winner. Okay, Harry B cleaned up. We all hit on Arkansas and Washington money line. USC money line hurt some of us, but that was, then we ended up going to Delmonico Steakhouse.
I thought you were going to the one in Circa.
No. We were all there. The Venetian, they weren't going to, we had a big group. We were almost 11 of us in the group. They weren't able to give us reservations at Barry's, but because we were staying in the Venetian and we have tier there, they made it happen. Yeah. And I'll tell you this, the whole entire Delmonico Steakhouse, we've been there before, was full. The entire and that thing is huge. It goes all the way back. The whole thing was packed, and they got us a table for 11 people.
Yeah.
And, so shout out to Delmonico's and the Venetian. They took us out, enjoyed that boneless 24-ounce ribeye. Place was fire. The steak was fire. The sides. We just had a great dinner. It was unbelievable. And so Saturday night was great. Sunday, football all day long. We ended up going, we went to a cafe. We went to a nice restaurant at the Wynn for breakfast on Sunday morning.
Did you guys go to a buffet?
That's later on, Big Rig. But yeah, so we went to a nice breakfast. I think it was Terrace Cafe in the Wynn. Never been there before, but highly recommend it. Like, I definitely going back there for breakfast. Really liked it. Then we went to the Wynn. Then we went back, watched all the games again, all the NFL games. A lot of upsets. We'll get into the NFL episode. Then we went to the Wynn Buffet for dinner. That place was fire. Once again, I don't know how. Shout out to our boy Aaron. We just walked into the front of the line at the Wynn Buffet. I don't know what he did, who he talked to. There was a huge wait, but we got into the buffet. I think around maybe 7:45. The Wynn Buffet, all you can eat, and that buffet actually impressed me this time. I was like, man, this place sometimes is a doozy, but it was solid. So the buffet was solid. Ate like crazy. The desserts were fire. As usual, Harry B just chomping on one of every single on the dessert. Did not disappoint there. But yeah, so that was great. Then, so check this out. Then we get out of the Wynn Buffet, okay? We're hanging out in the Wynn, and we see a huge entourage walking. Maybe like 15 people deep. Entourage walking. We're like, who the hell? They got security in the front and the back. Who the hell is this coming in, right? Coming in. Do you know who it is? Did you already get word on who we saw?
No.
Walking in, Conor McGregor. The whole entourage. You got Conor McGregor. He's got his shades on. He's got the silk shirt buttoned down, opened up in the chest. He's got a drink in his hand, just walking like this with a big old smile and a drink in his hand. It was such a surreal like moment, man. I can just picture right now, just walking like he's walking into like his fight. You know, Conor's got the walk like this with the drink, just looked the part, and it was sick. He wasn't stopping for anybody, but it was just pretty cool to see Conor like that. Yeah, but overall the trip was great, Big Rig.
Yeah.
Doubled down on Egg and I Monday morning.
Nice.
Some of the boys that weren't there on Friday and came in Saturday wanted to go, so we doubled down two hits at Egg and I, and
Yeah.
so the BS talk, Big Rig, and the weekend was great.
Yeah.
Did you do anything interesting other than sit on the couch and watch football all weekend?
I think we gotta move on. We're a little.
Once again, Big Rig, I'm gonna put this down right now. I think we're gonna have to work this in, and I want everybody to comment below. Also, we gotta work this into the arrangement. If we have a meetup, you gotta start showing up. You gotta just start taking out plans and saying, "Hey, I'm showing up," especially when you know weeks ahead. This has got to be part of the obligation. You want to fly in day of and day out, that's okay, but you got to be part of the meetups. People are disappointed that you didn't show up. Let's get into the question of the day, Big Rig. It goes directly into we ate at the steakhouse at Delmonico's.
Okay.
Steaks ain't cheap at Delmonico's.
Yeah, I know that.
The Wynn Buffet, I think, Javi, was it 70 a pop or 80? 100? 70, 75. $75 a person, not including gratuity and drinks. And so the question of the day, and I'm going to ask you first, Big Rig, what is the most expensive meal that you have eaten, period, that you've dropped on a meal, and where was it at?
I can't even remember off the top of my head. But
So
yeah, we'll get it to the viewers.
Does that mean that you just don't spend a lot on meals? Is that another way of saying
I paid at least,
well, go ahead.
at least 70 in Vegas for a dinner buffet.
Okay, so you've definitely eaten a buffet.
Yeah.
Okay. So comment below the most expensive, and this is per person. Like, it's not like, oh, I went with, 3 people on the bill with $700. No. What's the most that you have paid for a meal? Appetizers, desserts, drinks at one place. And name how much you paid. We want to know how much it was. Like, $100, $80, $150 my cut was. Where it was, and what city and state this place is. Like, I spent $188 at the Delmonico Steakhouse in Las Vegas, Nevada. So comment below. I just want to know. So you're saying you don't remember.
I don't remember.
For me, it's definitely a steakhouse. Buffets Buffets are like $80, $75 that we've been in Vegas. I know there's a buffet here in LA in Universal, in Universal City Walk over there. I think the price now, Javi, you can confirm, was it $149? $149 for the buffet, Big Ree. With drinks, tip, and tax, that's a $200 meal for a buffet. Would you pay that?
No, hell no.
I think it's crazy. Absolutely crazy. I think $80 is a lot, but you're in Vegas. Yeah. And I was telling Javi, it's the experience. The buffet, you're just chilling out, you're eating as you can. So comment below. Mine's is definitely a steakhouse. I've been to quite a bit of steakhouses. So
yeah, I think it was a steakhouse. I think we went for Double A's 40th.
Okay, so was that the time when you got the 32-ounce tomahawk?
Yeah.
You got the 32-ounce tomahawk. I remember that, Big Ree. I remember that steak was probably like what, 130?
Yeah.
140? So that your meal's probably close to 200 then.
Yeah.
Tip, tax, drinks, dessert, you're at like close to 200. So comment below, boys and girls. Definitely, please comment. I cannot wait to, and I appreciate everybody taking the time to pause the video and writing a quick sentence or two about it. So please do that. Let's get into some shout outs, Big Ree.
Shout out to Danielle Pons, said, don't get fooled. Vegas begging you to take USC. I guess you were right, Daniel.
Wow. Daniel, why didn't I see this comment? Holy crap. He was right about that. Shout out, Daniel. I'll let you take this one.
Shout out to SB Flood, said love the show from Phoenix. Shout out to Phoenix.
Phoenix, Arizona. Well, I want to give a special shout out to James. Once again, he showed up for the meet and greet and gave us some gifts. And your gift was actually passed along to somebody else in the crew, Big Ree, just because you weren't there. And so shout out to James.
Shout out to Joy Money Shot, said he got the trivia easily in 45 seconds.
Yeah, even a few of the other people in the crew are like, oh, I didn't get it. So this is Paulie?
Paulie Shamshima.
Said he went big on Oregon first half, Big Ree.
Yeah, he said he didn't bet Saturday. He just went big. That's it. Friday, that was it.
Smart man. Sometimes you just take the big wins and move on. Deuce Bigelow said his ritual is South Beach. That's a solid annual ritual. Go to South Beach. South Beach is always good. Obviously, right now, Florida going through another hurricane, back-to-back hurricanes, man.
Yeah.
Hopefully, everybody stays safe.
Shout out to Jared Nicholas from Omaha, Nebraska.
Omaha, Nebraska in the house, Jared. And then just want to give a shout out to everybody that came out to the meet and greet. It was great. We appreciate it. We will... everybody said, hey, you know what? I'm going to actually comment this when we're doing the picks. I have something to say. Remind me after I give my picks, Big Ree. I want to say something to the whole viewers.
The picks.
All right, so without further ado, boys and girls, here we go, boys and girls. Aquí vamos, chicos y chicas. Let's go. All right, game one on the docket. We got number 18, Kansas State at Colorado. Kansas State, 3.5-point favorite. Kansas State is 4-1, coming off a 42-20 win versus Oklahoma State prior to the bye week. Their only loss on the season is a 38-9 loss to BYU. They did have 3 turnovers in that game, which was a difference. And BYU, they were up 6-0 at that point. And then BYU, check this out, Big Ree. BYU ran off 31 points in 7 minutes. 31 points in a matter of 7 minutes. And that was the difference. Once they went from going up 6-0 to being down 31-6.
Yeah.
The good offense and good defense. So just solid on both ends. Running back DJ Giddens, that guy's legit. 604 yards, 7.3 yards per carry. Then we got Colorado 4-1, coming off a 48-21 win versus UCF prior to the bye week. They won, but they got outgained by UCF, but UCF had 4 turnovers in that game. Their best win for Colorado was versus Baylor, and we all know what happened there. Extremely lucky win that week. Shedeur Sanders, the guy's the real deal. I don't want to say anything negative. He's the real deal. He's going to be a first-round pick in NFL. 70% completion, 325, 14 touchdowns. and 3 interceptions only on the season. And here's the thing. I'm not buying the hype of Colorado. Everybody wants to hype up Colorado. I'm not buying them. I think they got some good players in Sanders, Hunter, the running back. They're a developing program. They're at home here. But look, I'm not buying them. Kansas State is a really good team, so it's not like I'm knocking Colorado. They're building that program, but Kansas State is the better team. And I'm taking Kansas State minus 3.5. All right, game 2. The game of the week, we got number 2, Ohio State, at number 3, Oregon. Ohio State is a 3.5-point favorite. They are 5-0, coming off a 35-7 win versus Iowa. Transfer quarterback Will Howard is playing well, 71% completion, 1,248 total yards, 12 touchdowns, only 3 interceptions on the season. And he is playing great. He's delivered, as a transfer. The defense is playing good, giving up only 7 points per game. Ohio State, solid offensive group here. They got running backs. They got receivers. Oregon 5-0, number 3, coming off a 31-10 win versus Michigan State. They're led by quarterback Dylan Gabriel, 77% completion, Big Ree. 1,400 yards, 11 touchdowns to only 3 interceptions. Defense gave up over 14 only once on the season, and that was 34 to Boise State. Running back Jordan James, this guy's averaging 6.3 yards per carry. And here's my thought with Oregon, guys. First of all, Oregon, I think, is just bored. They're a really good team. They started off slow. They're just bored. They have a really weak schedule. And I think, honestly, they've been just waiting. They've been waiting for this game. Mark this game on the calendar. Ohio State at home. This is going to make or break their season. Ohio State, once again, super weak schedule. They have played nobody. They've played absolutely nobody. I'm not buying Ohio State. And here's the stat of the week for this game, Big Ree. Here's the stat of the week. Oregon is only lost at home 2 times over the last 39 games. Twice over the last 39 games, dating back to about 2018. Really good home team. Plus 3.5 here when I think they're already the better team and they're at home. Honestly, one of the easiest games of the week. I'm taking Oregon plus 3.5. All right, game 3, we got Louisville at Virginia. Louisville is a 7.5-point favorite. Louisville 3-2, coming off a 34-27 loss to SMU. They played well, but they just could not close out this game. SMU won the game, played well. This is a good offense, but their defense is suspect. I don't trust Louisville's defense. Quarterback Tyler Show, I don't know if that's how you pronounce it, but this guy's a 6-year senior here. He played at Oregon, then he played at Texas Tech, and now he's at Louisville. He's playing well, 64% completion, 1,400 yards, 13 touchdowns, only 2 interceptions on the season. Then we got Virginia, who's 4-1, coming off a 24-14 win versus Boston College. This was a lucky win for them, honestly. In their 2 decent wins, they played Boston College and Wake Forest. And honestly, they were down in both of those games going into the 4th. Don't trust their quarterback, Calandra. I don't trust him. He is interception prone. And they're not going to be able to hang with Louisville offense. Do not get fooled, boys and girls. Don't get fooled by the Virginia 4-1 record at home here. This is my lock of the week. I'm taking Louisville minus 7.5. All right, Big Ree, let's go.
You said you had something to say.
Oh, that's right. Okay, I want everybody to comment below. We are planning ahead of time in the next few weeks, maybe 3 to 4 weeks, a DGF meetup here in Los Angeles, okay? In our own territory, in our hometown in Los Angeles. We will find a spot and we're planning a meetup for all the DGFs that are local, that are in town or local. It'll be sponsored by the DGF show, boys and girls. So, food will be on us. We'll set up everything. So comment below if you're in. So comment below. We want to get a head count of, how many people are semi-interested. So, because if we don't get enough head, we're probably not going to even do it. But if we can get a decent amount to commit, then we'll set this up, and we're doing it a few weeks ahead. So comment below if we do something in the LA, downtown LA area, within that area, if you'll show up on a Saturday or Sunday to watch football. All right, Big Ree, let's go.
All right, the first game I got is Stanford at Notre Dame. Stanford coming off a 31-7 loss to Virginia Tech. Notre Dame coming off a bye week. Last game, they beat Louisville by 7, 31-24. Everyone, as Ace says, everyone gets hyped about Notre Dame year in and year out, and they disappoint. This game is being played in Notre Dame, but they're not going to win by 24 points. No way in hell. And I would recommend buying up the half point, too. If it's like probably minus 130, I'd say. So we're taking Stanford plus 24. The second game we got is probably one of the exciting games of the week. Number 1, Texas versus number 14, Oklahoma, being played in Dallas at the Cotton Bowl. Number 1, Texas coming off a 35-13 win versus Mississippi State. Oklahoma coming off a 27-21 win in Auburn. This game is normally close. Everyone's going to be hyped on Texas and Ark Manning and all that. And we're definitely going to take Oklahoma here. And I highly, highly recommend buying the half point, because if they win by then 2 touchdowns, you get plus 14.5. So we're taking Oklahoma plus 14.5, and that's my lock. Bam. The last game I got is Cal at Pittsburgh. As we talked about, Cal coming off a 39-38 loss to Miami, almost beat them. And Pittsburgh coming off a 34-24 win versus UNC, kind of struggled there. Cal played great offensively, but their defense blew this game. And Pittsburgh is going to eat this defense alive. Quarterback Eli Halston is going to have a huge game, and I'm taking Pittsburgh -3.
All right, boys and girls, going to be a juicy weekend. Enjoy it. We're halfway through the season. Once again, make sure to join the membership. Join the membership. Get your merch.
And subscribe, like, comment. Peace out, guys.